Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here and...
Bradley.
Say hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
It's August 27th, 2016. Saturday morning. It's 11:15 a.m. And what is the weather like, Mr. Heide?
The current temperature in PANACEA, Florida is 82 whole degrees. A real feel of 93. A high today of 91. A low of 77. And they've changed the extended forecast since yesterday. And they're projecting possible rain Sunday and Tuesday. But I've been kind of keeping an eye off that weather pattern out in the Atlantic between here and Africa.
Right.
And it's really weird because I'm not used to watching weather patterns over the Atlantic.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it is.
And,
definitely.
They've got, they're not sure if it's going to build into a hurricane yet or not.
Oh, really?
And they've got like all these different models where they're trying to get a trajectory of where it's going to go. And one of the models out of about 20 is projecting that it's going to hit us right here.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I was talking with, the doctor actually yesterday said that this area hardly gets hit at all by any severe storms. And somebody I talked to in 20, they said the doctor said the last hurricane he's seen since he's been here was like 1985. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah,
that is like, another reason why we picked this area.
Yeah, was because of it's kind of it doesn't get hit by
the way the bay is and stuff. Yeah. Like I said once, and the bay is so shallow, and the way the bay is positioned, any storm pretty much lose a lot of their power.
Yeah.
Once they hit, you know. So that's good to know, Mr. Heide.
Yes, it is.
Yesterday I did lay down, take a little bit of a nap. Brad did not because he was gone. And I didn't take a real long one. Because he went to the doctor yesterday to be assessed for disability. And I will let you talk about that.
And I was really, really impressed by the doctor. He reminded me a lot of our doctor back in Wyoming who, you know, I've always had a morbid fear of people in the medical profession.
Right.
And he put me at ease right away. He said that for a guy my age, that my flexibility and strength were exceptional. In fact, I told you about it, but a couple times I picked him up off the chair. You know, he had me sitting up on the high chair, and he pulled my leg down, and he had me straighten out my leg, and I lifted him up off the ground, and he said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." So, yeah, he said, but, you know, he was really alarmed at the lack of feeling I have in my feet.
Right.
It looked like a little needle that he was rubbing up and down.
Yeah, I've seen Dr. Lawrence do that with you too, our old doctor,
And I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
You know.
And I've seen Dr. Lawrence take that and press up in your foot too, and you know.
Yeah.
And they could tell he just had no sensation at all. He still had the sore on the top of his foot, and what happened was he either spilled hot grease or hot water. And I remember when it happened, and because he said to me, "I hope I just didn't burn myself." And of course, when you hear somebody say that, you kind of look up, because I was sitting here and he was doing some cooking, and you look up because you think, well, you would know, but no, he can't feel on his feet, and he did burn, and it still, it takes, with the diabetes, it takes a while for any sores to heal, of course, and so we're still working on that healing. It's not infected or anything. It kind of acts like maybe it might want to for a few days, so I was cleaning it and then putting sterile gauze and stuff on it, you know, and stuff. Tell him what he said, though, about the degree of neuropathy and the diabetes.
Oh, I wasn't diagnosed. My diabetes wasn't diagnosed until I believe it was 2011. And he said with the advanced stages of neuropathy that I've had diabetes for a lot longer than that.
course, Brad never been one much to go to a doctor, and quite frankly, the first time that you ever saw Dr. Lawrence was because of the diabetes.
Yeah.
Remember, I had just become a patient there.
Yeah.
And then I got you an appointment because I kept telling you I thought something was wrong because all of a sudden he was just drinking constantly. You could not get enough water or anything to quench his thirst, and then he was just peeing excessively. I knew that was a sign for diabetes.
Well, and my Bubba keg, it's a 52-ounce mug.
Right.
And in a 10-hour shift at work, because I was working I was the assistant manager at the C-store, I was going through 5 or 6 of those a day.
And I knew that was signs, so, I gave you an appointment, and that's the beginning of it. But the doctor said that Brad's evidently been a diabetic for a lot longer than just the 5 years, and did you tell him about this starting in your hands?
No, I'm starting to get a little...
No, but did you tell the doctor?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
So, anyway, that's that, and so then he submits his report, and then it goes to a panel of doctors that's on the board, and then, and everything that we've been checking out is that Brad could work part-time if he can find a job that he can do with the disability and not have it affect. And no, our pension will not affect everything we're seeing. So, it's just what he's going to have to do until the disability is approved, because we just don't have enough income to make ends meet right now.
Yeah.
Even with me selling on Etsy and stuff,
Well, and that's, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Before we moved down here, you do a lot more research than me, but I did a ton of research. And with everything I found online, it looked like we should have enough money from the retirement pension to cover all of our expenses and have a little left over at the end of the month.
Yeah.
But once we got down here and we found out that there was a lot of expenses that were a lot higher than we anticipated.
Yeah. And I think that happens a lot. I know it's happened to some other friends of ours that have moved down about 4 months before we did. Not in this area, but in the state.
Yeah.
That we knew in Wyoming. And they've run into the same thing where things do cost more than they thought, and they're struggling as well. And they're on disability and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, it is what it is.
Yep.
Brad did get my prescriptions. No, they didn't sort that out. But he did get my prescriptions. I did finish the hair scrunchies. I can't show you because they're already packaged. But everybody that's ordered, if you're watching this, it's going to have to wait till Monday to go out because the funds have not been deposited into our bank, have not cleared yet, and we need that to be able to ship your orders. So, going to have to wait till Monday. And I know all of you guys said that it was not a big deal, to go ahead and take our time, but we do like to get the orders out as soon as possible. But we will have to wait till Monday to do that now. Hopefully Brad can get a ride Monday to do that.
Yeah.
I think he should be able to.
Yeah.
Even if we have to pay or something to, we did try to go to bed early last night. Oh, wait. Brad made goulash last night. Scratch, it was very good. And then I did do some looming on some scarves as well. I was watching that Inside 60 Days or 60 Days Inside. I think it's about where regular people get put in a prison and for 60 days to experience it. And so that was on back-to-back episodes last night, so I was watching that, and that way Brett could have the laptop for a while and watch some of his heroes. So, and I'm not sure if I have this listed on Etsy or not.
I don't think you do.
It's a fall ruffle scarf. It's got all these beautiful fall colors, but and it just, this one happens to be the one I will keep. So you guys know I kind of, you know, you can just put it any way you want, you know. But and they're very nice and lacy and stuff. So I will be listing this on Etsy if you're interested in buying this, and I will be listing other colors. I know I do have a couple Halloween colored ones, which are really cool. And then I have to look and see because well, I'm not going to list this green one because I don't think I have any more, and that's mine. But I'm going to be listing, well,
I know.
You know, I've done a count on what I have. I'm going to be listing this kind. This is the nice brown and gray fall color one too. And then this style, which is a nice black and silver, which would work well for Halloween or any time really. These are very dressy. I'm trying to isolate this one.
Or if you're an Oakland Raiders fan.
Yep.
Silver and black.
So I'll be listing as I'll be doing a little bit of listing later on Etsy. We try to go to bed early, then we try and turn around our sleep pattern. Because I have some goals I want to start doing. But then we both we're up. Because, you know, we cut off the lights 11 o'clock. Y'all would have been proud of us.
Y'all?
Y'all.
Oh.
I know, it's starting to happen right again.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we try to go to bed early, and then I flipped my light back on. I couldn't sleep. He already had his on, you know. So we got up and ate popsicle. I'm getting him converted. Him likes him popsicle.
One at a time.
I know, okay, but you had what, 3 yesterday?
Sure.
Oh, but he's starting to like them. Admit it. Admit it.
Okay, yes. In small quantities.
Okay, but
I know.
I'll get you over to the dark side.
Right.
You didn't drink coffee when I met you either.
That's very true.
So that was the whole excitement thing for yesterday.
You're corrupting me.
I know. And like I said, today I'll be doing some work on Etsy. I'm going to do some looming. I do want to work on my painting. And I am going to work on that today because it's really important to me to do that. I am going to make a couple more scarves that I have sitting here. And then, well, only one will go on up because one is a solid black one. I only have one of it, and that one I'm keeping. So, and then I want to start the octopus. Then you do another octopus for another grandson. Supposed to have chicken for dinner. Brad's gonna go do a load of laundry, I think.
Yeah.
You know, because we need to do some laundry.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't go into town this morning with our neighbor because he checked, and like I said, the funds had not cleared the bank yet. So there was, you know, there's no sense him going into Walmart or anything because we just don't have any money. So it is what it is. They'll finally get on there.
Oh yeah.
They'll finally get on there. You know, they should be on there Monday.
Yeah.
If they don't hit sometime this weekend. So I think I wanted to talk about, and how about if I go first and then you can go. I wanted to talk about the street I grew up on, growing up. We all have memories, especially if you live one place basically while you're growing up, of the street you grew up on. Those childhood memories. I was thinking about that last night. Those summertime childhood memories that are so sweet. I grew up on a street called Robin Street. And all the kids that I played with, except for one girl that was about my age, were all boys that were around my age. And I was a tomboy anyway. And I can remember us having bike races. I remember what made me think of it was those rare summertime nights that your parents would forget that you were outside and it got dark out, and you would play hide and seek or cops and robbers, and I assume that probably our parents all knew we were outside. They all had their front doors open and stuff, and but you just thought it was just so cool, that you were still allowed to be outside and stuff. And I mean, just those kids that you grew up with, and sometimes I think of, all of our neighbors just allowed us to play on their front lawns and stuff, and you never thought anything of it. You knew to respect their property and not damage it. Certain neighbors you knew not to make a whole lot of noise because maybe they were elderly. I knew there was one neighbor who, they worked nights, so you didn't go near their house or make a lot of noise around their house or anything because they were sleeping. But just all the fun, and that you knew that you had to behave, because if your mom didn't catch you doing something, one of the other moms would, and you probably get a whooping from that mom and then get another one from your mom, and I mean, just the fun you had, though, when if somebody would forget they were watering their front yard, and then the water would go down into the gutter, and then we would make little dams and stuff, and play in the water, or you'd set up the sprinkler and I'll be running through the sprinkler, or just so many childhood games. Hopscotch, I played that all the time and stuff. But so many stuff that I sadly don't see a lot of kids doing now because of the electronics. That is a sad thing, because we had like 3 channels, and of course your mom controlled the TV. You were the remote control because you had to get up and change the channel, but they controlled it. And so we always, outside as much as possible. I mean, and you tried not to come in the house, because you'd even get the thing about, if you come back in this house, I'll find work for you to do. So you tried to stay away from home as long as possible, and I know the boys would, just go to the bathroom, and whatever, bush or whatever, that's just what little boys do. But just all those fond memories of the hot summer days, and sprinklers, and riding bikes, and racing. And there was a ditch behind our, at the end of the street, there was a big ditch that ran by the railroad track. And, we would, go down there and see the stuff swimming in there, and we would make like bike trails and little jumps and stuff. And, we were real close to where the troopers, band, it's a marching band, would practice. So summer nights and stuff, you would always hear them practicing. It was not, you didn't think anything of it, or you'd hear the train coming by or whatever. But all those wonderful memories. What about you?
Say a lot of it the same. We always called it the ditch.
Yeah.
And it was actually Sage Creek that flowed right behind our house.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was just, a little tiny stream.
Yeah.
And, most places it was only, you can jump across it really easily.
Yeah.
And then, it's kind of funny because right now, the places we played were the very edge of town, and now they're about a mile in. And we used to have it's now a park at the end of the street, and it used to be just prairie, and it had Sage Creek flowing through it. We had bicycle jumps going across Sage Creek, and then out farther there was several ponds, and we used to sneak out there. And the old guy that owned all that land, he used to go out there on his horse and with a shotgun.
Really?
And he had shotgun shells loaded with rock salt. And there's a couple of my friends caught an ass load of rock salt,
Oh, really?
Catch them, yeah. So, we always loved to go out to those little ponds because they were just loaded with frogs and salamanders.
Oh, yeah.
And everything. And we'd love to go out there, but you always had to watch for the old man coming out on his horse.
That's funny.
Yeah. And, we used to fly a lot of kites, and we'd go out to the park.
See, we didn't fly a lot of kites because we had all those lines. We had all the cable and electricity lines that went right through our backyard, so you could not.
Yeah. See, and we'd always go down to the park, and the wind blows in Casper so furiously. And I remember we'd have these. We'd get those Ronald McDonald kites.
Oh yeah.
And we'd tie a big tail to them. And there's a lot of times the wind was blowing hard enough where that tail wouldn't stabilize. So what we'd do is we'd tie rocks to the end of the tail.
Holy moly.
And we figured out a way to, when we tied the rock, to, where the kite would take this rock way up in the air, and then you could yank on the string,
and it would drop the rock.
It would drop the rock.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, we're out there bombing rocks, and yeah. And we had a good time, man. It is sad that these young kids, or these kids, they just don't.
Yeah.
They don't get to experience that. And there was a few times I tried with our grandkids, and they would just rather sit on
the tablets
and stuff. And
I'm not saying they don't.
No.
It just doesn't seem like the degree. I mean, we used to come up with so many inventive games.
Yeah.
Because again, too, you were told, don't tell your parents you're bored because they're going to find work for you to do.
Yeah.
And, we played the heck out of cops and robbers, cowboys and Indians, of course, because you're in Wyoming, and, bike races.
We had a bunch of different games, and they were basically a tag game.
Basically, yeah.
We called it sardines.
No.
Where somebody would go and hide, and then everybody would go try to find them. And if you found them, you would hide in the same spot.
Oh.
And the last person
we never played that.
Last person to find them would be it, and they would have to go hide the next time.
No, we played Duck, Duck, Goose.
Never played that.
Yeah. But no, just so many wonderful memories. I think about that last night and stuff, And it was just such a wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful experience, And I remember getting up in the morning and there'd always be like dew on the grass and stuff. Still would be pretty cool out and stuff. And it was just very nice. I mean, So, just wanted to share some of those. And if you guys have some childhood memories, maybe you want to do a video about it, or maybe you want to comment below, because I'd be interested in what your childhood was like and stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things, I'm going to do another video after this. It's going to be kind of a tag video of kind of a little bit different way of doing it, and I will tell you guys more about that once I think about it a little bit more. And I was thinking about it last night. Again, one of those best ideas at 3 a.m. Right, honey? What do you got planned for today? You gotta do a little bit of fixing and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta fix the cell door back there. The gate to keep Jasper out. And then I gotta give the two of the girls a bath, because they're pretty itchy right now.
Yeah, they're kind of itchy. So that's working out well too. Real quick with Jasper, no more problems with the bed. And he's found he's sleeping in one of the cubby holes that we had clothes in, that we're just kind of leaving there for him now. But it keeps him out of the back and gives Angel a place to lay without him, and no more surprises of wet, horrible smelling bedding. So, other than that, all the other critters are doing good. Charlie acted like he was just being killed this morning. because Brad got up early, and since I had been up much later than him, you know, he let me sleep in a little bit. But Charlie, I just closed the cell door and didn't let him back there anymore, and he acted like he was just being killed. He has such separation anxiety, especially over me. Now, he's the type, and it took Brad quite a bit to get him away from that door, and Brad had to put up another barricade, you know, but he would definitely be the type of dog that if I was sick or if I passed away, if Brad wasn't around, they would have a hard time. They probably would have to tranquilize him to get him away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is just that. And he always has been.
Yep.
But he's just that, you know.
Yeah. He's a mama's boy.
He thinks he's got to be with me all the time. I mean, you know. And yes, if you're wondering, yes, this is another one of my hats. It's just a light little cap and stuff, and so, you know, I found some of these and I decided I would get them out and stuff. That's all I got for now. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you have some plans. We don't have any plans for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you know, we're just kind of staying stationary until the Jeep gets fixed, because that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
Remember, I love you guys, and I do cherish friendship. Thank you for all the comments. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends. And I think you guys are awesome. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.